Yeah. From a diplomatic standpoint, bringing Aditya on this, UAE and India have been partners, not for now, but for well over a few decades. I think it's only about now that UAE has now openly began to express its affection for India, undying affection for India, and the willingness to invest. There's a lot of money flowing into various sectors, and they're open to Indians and Indian innovation, Indian ideas.
Swaminarayan temple, let's not
Correct.
forget it.
So, exactly. And precisely why I say that the undying affection to India that UAE has, at this point in this stage, News9 Global Summit is all set to explore the avenues that UAE is now willing to invest. So, would you want to break it down for us? Where do you think is really the focal point between the India-UAE relations?
Nabila, a good diplomacy is always measured by, good economic power and the economic relationship and a good soft power. And when it comes to New Delhi and ties between UAE, there is both. There's the best of both worlds. You see the CEPA agreement that has happened more than 3 years ago, the Comprehensive Economic Partnership, that has just gone from strength to strength. And I think UAE realizes and has realized over the last decade the economic potential that India has and has invested repeatedly in this, be it the sovereign funds of Abu Dhabi that are invested in the Gift City and several other areas all across the country. Apart from that, of course, from Shah Rukh Khan's to Amitabh Bachchan's to Salman Khan, there are so many of the talented Bollywood actors who are representing, who are basically the brand ambassadors of Dubai and Abu Dhabi. So, as my friend Kartikeya also mentioned, there is a BAPS Mandir, Swaminarayan temple that has come up in Abu Dhabi. And that was referred to as one of the most golden moments by Sheikh Al Nahyan, who is the tolerance and coexistence minister here. And every passing day, you will see some or the other economic event taking shape here, and annual summits happening either in Dubai or, in fact, in New Delhi. In fact, very recently, we had Indian Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri on a 2-day visit to Dubai and Abu Dhabi, meeting people not just from the foreign ministry, but from different spheres who are basically the wheels of this entire relationship, taking this really forward. Now,
Correct.
you have to also realize that how, easy is this relationship between India and UAE, that even when India has to talk to Taliban, the talks are taking place in Dubai.
Right.
Vikram Misri was, there for talks with the Taliban that were being hosted by the UAE. And I would say that it's not just an economic sphere of the relationship. There's a personal bond that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has with the royal family here. And this is a two-way street.
Yeah.
It's not a one-way economic model that's happening. Trump would like to talk about the tariffs, and the tariffs will impose restrictions for those countries, the countries that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But when it comes to UAE and India, there is a huge Indian diaspora here. There are
Yes.
3.5 million people. Out of them, 35% are businessmen or professionals or engaged in white-collar jobs. So there's an immense respect for the Indian population here, and they are doing wonders.